Primm, Nevada. 3 casinos at the California border. Whiskey Pete's, Buffalo Bills, Primm Valley Resort. 2 are closed. 1 barely survives. Whiskey Pete's shut down December 18, 2024. Buffalo Bills stopped 24/7 operations, July 2025. Primm Valley Resort is the last casino standing. This is the death of Primm, happening right now, in real time. December 18, 2024, Whiskey Pete's closed, all operations stopped, hotel, casino, restaurants, everything. Affinity Gaming, the owner, called it temporary. Clark County approved a 2-year closure, with potential extensions to 3 years total. That's not temporary, that's permanent with PR spin. The Bonnie and Clyde death car, Whiskey Pete's only real attraction, was moved to Buffalo Bills in late 2022, then moved again to Primm Valley Resort in 2025 after Buffalo Bills closed. Even the iconic death car new Whiskey Pete's was finished. 7 months later, July 7, 2025, Buffalo Bills announcement, shifting 24/7 operations to Primm Valley Resort. Translation, Buffalo Bills is closed, except for concerts and special events at the Star of the Desert Arena. The Desperado roller coaster, one of the tallest in America, closed since 2019, never reopened. The log flume, tested with water occasionally, but closed to guests. The hotel only opens when Primm Valley Resort sells out for concerts, which barely happens. The casino, dark, unless there's a show at the arena. Buffalo Bills exists now only as overflow and event space, not a functioning casino. Primm Valley Resort, the newest of the 3 properties, opened 1997 as Primm Nevada Resort. Now it's the only 24/7 casino in Primm. Everything consolidated here. All gaming, all dining, all hotel operations, 624 hotel rooms, 773 slot machines. Table games returned July 2025 when Buffalo Bills shifted operations. Blackjack, craps, roulette, 3-card poker. The Bonnie and Clyde death car is here now, on display between the casino and the outlets. The bullet-riddled 1934 Ford V8 that Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow died in. Primm's last remaining attraction. The William Hill Sportsbook reopened July 2025. Small, basic, but functional. 8 restaurants listed on the website, but several are closed or limited hours. GP's Steakhouse, Original Pancake House, O'Mulligan's Pub, Starbucks, Mrs. Fields, a few others. Not the 20-plus dining options Primm used to have across 3 properties. A fraction of what existed. The pool, Oasis-themed, recently renovated, actually decent. One of the few bright spots, the casino floor, redesigned recently. Newest slots, clean, but empty. Even on weekends. The Fashion Outlets of Las Vegas, attached to Primm Valley Resort, opened 2000. Once had over 100 stores. Calvin Klein, Nike, Coach, Gap, Polo Ralph Lauren, major brands. It was packed in the 2000s. California tourists would stop, shop for hours, gamble, eat, make a day of it. Now, one tenant, Santa Thrift, a thrift store. Walk through the mall today and you see endless vacant storefronts. For lease, signs everywhere. Mannequins in empty windows. Lights off in most corridors. The mall is in good physical condition. Not falling apart, just empty. One casino, even with all operations consolidated, doesn't generate enough traffic to support retail. The mall proves that consolidation didn't save Primm. It just concentrated the decline. Indian casinos killed Primm. That's the short answer. The long answer. Primm's business model depended on California tourists driving to Vegas. Interstate 15 connects Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Primm sits exactly at the California-Nevada border, 45 minutes south of the Strip. The pitch, stop in Primm. Gamble for an hour. Eat. Break up the drive. Then continue to Vegas. It worked for decades. 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s. Primm was packed. Then Indian gaming expanded in Southern California. Pachanga, Morongo, San Manuel, dozens more. California residents no longer needed to drive to Nevada. They could gamble 20 minutes from home. Primm's customer base, California locals, vanished overnight. What about Vegas-bound tourists? They stopped stopping too. Gas prices increased. When gas hit $4 per gallon, drivers didn't want to waste time in Primm. They wanted to reach Vegas as fast as possible. Vegas got so much better that Primm couldn't compete. In the 2000s, Vegas was building cosmopolitan, area, Wynn, Palazzo, world-class resorts. Why stop at a border town casino when you're headed to the Bellagio? COVID delivered the final blow. Primm closed March 2020. When properties reopened June 2020, traffic never fully recovered. Affinity Gaming, which bought Primm from MGM in 2016, tried to hold on, but the numbers didn't work. Weekdays were dead. Weekends barely sustainable. You can't operate 3 full casinos on weekend-only traffic, so they closed Whiskey Pete's, shifted Buffalo Bills to event-only, consolidated everything to Primm Valley. Affinity Gaming CEO Scott Butera explained the new vision in regulatory filings, repositioning Primm from destination properties to travel resources. Translation: Primm is no longer a casino destination. It's a rest stop with slot machines. The strategy? Cater to I-15 travelers. Electric vehicle charging. 40 EV charging stations at Primm Valley. Fastest charging between LA and Vegas. Gas, food, bathrooms, lottery tickets, slot machines while you wait. Not gambling, not entertainment, not a vacation spot, a convenience stop. This is the opposite of Primm's original vision. Ernest J. Primm built this town to be a destination, a mini Vegas at the border. Now, it's a truck stop with a hotel. The Southern Nevada Supplemental Airport is supposedly coming, planned for Ivanpah Valley between Jean and Primm. Affinity mentions this as a reason for temporary closures. The airport won't open until at least 2037, maybe later. Affinity is betting on an airport that's a decade away. That's not a business plan, that's a hope. Meanwhile, they operate Primm at minimum capacity, extract whatever profit remains, wait for the airport that might never materialize. 10 miles south of Primm, Jean, Nevada, another border town casino cluster, Gold Strike, Nevada Landing, Terrible's Gold Strike, all closed. Gold Strike became Terrible's, closed March 2020 during COVID, never reopened, suffered storm damage during closure, building partially demolished, being converted to warehouse space. Nevada Landing, closed, demolished, gone. The entire town of Jean exists now only for a gas station and the outlet mall down the road. Jean is what happens when border casinos lose their customer base completely. The town dies. Buildings get demolished. It becomes a ghost town. Primm is heading the same direction, just slower. Whiskey Pete's already closed. Buffalo Bills is event only. Primm Valley barely hangs on. Give it 5 years, 10 years. Primm will look like Jean, maybe one property operating at minimal capacity. Maybe none. The I-15 corridor from California to Vegas once had thriving casino towns. Primm, Jean, State Line. Indian gaming killed them all. Primm is just the last one dying. Star of the Desert Arena. 6,500 seats at Buffalo Bills. This is Primm's last hope. Book concerts, draw crowds, generate revenue on event nights. The problem? Concerts are sporadic. Summer 2025 schedule was nearly empty after Buffalo Bills shifted operations July 7th. First concert after the closure, August 30th. 7 weeks later. No other shows booked for the rest of 2025 as of the closure announcement. Why? Immigration enforcement concerns. ICE raids and checkpoints along the California state line. Primm's concerts target Southern California's Hispanic market. Many in that community, regardless of legal status, now avoid the area due to increased enforcement. Even legal residents don't want to risk checkpoint delays. It's not worth it for a concert. So bookings dropped. Crowds shrank, revenue declined. Concerts alone can't sustain Primm. You need daily business, weekday traffic, consistent gambling revenue. 20 to 30 concert nights per year doesn't cover operational costs for a 624-room hotel and casino. Won't be a daily operating casino again. Star of the Desert Arena is a nice venue, but it's not enough to save Primm. Primm, Nevada. 3 casinos, 2 closed, 1 barely survives. Whiskey Pete's shut down December 18, 2024. Buffalo Bills stopped 24/7 operations July 7, 2025. Primm Valley Resort is the last casino standing. Indian gaming killed Primm. Pachanga, Morongo, San Manuel. California residents gamble at home now. They don't drive to Nevada. Vegas-bound tourists don't stop anymore. They drive straight through. Gas is expensive. Vegas is better. Primm can't compete. Affinity Gaming's strategy: reposition Primm as a rest stop. Electric vehicle charging, gas, food, slot machines while you wait. Not a destination, a convenience. The outlet mall has one tenant. The Desperado roller coaster sits rusting. The monorail connecting properties stopped running years ago. Primm is dying. Slowly, visibly, inevitably. Gene is already gone. Primm is next. Maybe Primm Valley operates for another 5 years, 10 years. But the trajectory is clear. The California-Nevada border once meant gambling, freedom, entertainment. Now it means abandoned casinos, empty outlet malls, ghost towns. Primm isn't dead yet, but it's dying. And nothing's going to save it. Have you stopped in Primm recently? Seen the closures? Let me know in the comments. If you want more deep dives into Vegas properties nobody talks about, subscribe to Vegas Vault. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.